Hey guys, so my recent Penumbra playthrough, last episode, was about an hour and 30 minutes of footage. I edited through it completely, and basically I was moving files, and what my recordings were saving to was my main PC file, so I couldn't really. It eventually ran out of space, and I was in the middle of the recording, but problem is that I was trying to move the files, copy them over to my main drive, and they got deleted. Penumbra is not a type of game where you have select saves and you can go through it again. No, Penumbra is the type of game where you have to play through it again in order to get to your previous spot. And in all fairness, I am not about to go through 3 hours and try to edit down the footage that I needed to get back to the point where I was. I'm just not going to do that. So here I'm going to speak over someone's gameplay and explain what's happening as I go along, so I can just move on to the next game, because I really don't want to be stuck on this, because I've been focusing on this game for about a week now, and it's kind of draining, considering that I'm more the type of person who just hops from game to game. But yeah, here. Okay, so where we last left off is, and you can see it in the video, we're in this tunnel with a bunch of spiders, this dude just hammering them to death. But then we moved on to, like, this kind of area, and eventually we came up upon this, like, room full of, like, it's a processing room, and there's just, like, a puzzle that you have to do in it and a ladder you have to knock down. I had a funny bit where I put beef jerky in one of those, and when I bumped down the ladder, beef jerky came out of it. You guys didn't get to see that. And then Red, in this next part, says something funny. He calls me pretty, which is it's really weird, but it kind of sucks you guys didn't get to see this, because this is, like, the most eventful episode. So, what the? Oh, this is, so we crash a minecart into an area, and this is basically that area. And we have to turn on, like, a UV light in order to get a code on a paper, and then that code leads to our next area. But trying to look at the, like, go through this and see if I can find the right parts. So eventually you get into another one of these areas. We go into a chemical storage, pick up a bunch of chemicals, then we go to this weirdly named lake. It's a lake, kind of. It's not really a lake. It's just a bunch of frozen water. And when you walk over it, it, like, shatters, and you have to go get a hand on the other end. Oh. I don't know what this guy's doing. Yeah, no, you shatter it, and then you have to walk across it. You go get a crowbar out of someone's hand, and then eventually you get really close to Red with these chemicals, and what you do is you mix D and F, and then you take that and a fuse and go over to, well, I don't know why he's peeking around a corner. Yeah, there you go. You blow up the wall that's, like, concealing him. And Red is in this big old furnace, and he has this big old rant about basically saying that he doesn't want us to kill him, actually, which is what I thought he wanted. I thought he wanted us to kill him, but it turns out he just didn't want us to go past the door that you'll see when I cut to it. And he basically just wanted us to not have to deal with any of the pain that we dealt with, because it gets worse in the second game. Worse. It's honestly, you get hurt a lot more in this game than Black Plague, which I'll show. My phone just went off. Okay, I apologize. But yeah, you end up burning Red. You end up literally incinerating him, and he kind of more meant us to be a replacement. But here you can see he's just like. What is this guy doing on my screen? Get out of here. We end up burning him, and he's like crying for help, which, well, he doesn't actually say any words. He's just burning. Then in that ash pile, you'll find the key, and the key opens his door, which you get an electrical panel that takes the power out of this door. That's an electrical panel. It takes the power out of so that door right there. You take the power out of that, and then you take a crowbar to it, which allows you to get it open. That guy made the same mistake that I did. I tried to open it after I got the power off, but you need the crowbar to get it fully open. And, you know, I read this whole thing out and everything, and I was super excited for the ending because I wanted to see how it bled into Black Plague. So you go down some stairs, exit sign right there, and you're like, you know, I was like, oh my god, there's an exit. Finally. But I knew that eventually we were going to deal with another game. Then there's one of those guys, which we will eventually learn is like a turn-got mutant. Lights turn off, and for some reason he didn't, yeah, he busts out the glow stick. You go forward and get kidnapped. So that sound is Philip getting like his face like tied over, so he's like but yeah, to be honest, hour and 30 minutes just for that is kind of disappointing. Like, honestly, I realized there weren't that many plot points for how long I spent on the game, and it was kind of, that's kind of why I was like, why is that an ad? But that's just like, that's kind of why I didn't really feel like playing this, mainly just because it was so boring. Honestly, to me it seemed kind of boring for you guys, since, you know, you're just watching gameplay of me walking around most of the time trying to make jokes and talk. But I guess it made sense if I'm trying to go with like the old Markiplier style stuff, because he did play Penumbra. Well, I think he only played Necrolog, which is like a demo for before it released, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so sadly I could not upload the last episode, and you could not experience that. But you can go watch it on... Sorry, forgot to credit the dude who I was watching off of. So, the guy who did it was... Please don't yell at me if I pronounce your name wrong. Ermagerd. Oh, it's like Ermagerd. Oh my god. Ermagerd Long Plays, this dude. So, yeah, if you want to see the rest of that, please check out his thing, because he's got tons of cool videos, as you can see here. Bunch of, like, the old types of games, like the old, yeah, he has Black Plague on here, and Necrolog. Wait a minute, I know what Necrolog is now. It's a mod. It's like a really big mod for Amnesia. Might play that soon. But yeah, seriously, check out this dude's channel. This dude's really cool, and he also helped me through like a lot of the puzzles. Yeah, retro. So, thank you to Ermagerd Long Plays. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So, I guess I'll see all you kings and queens in the next video when we hopefully start up Penumbra Black Plague, which will hopefully be a faster series since I have played through it. I can get through it in like an hour. So, yeah. Bye, guys.